All right, well, I've never recorded a video of myself before, and this is kind of a new step, stepping out and jumping on a chance to grow and to do something different with my life. Now, I, yeah, I'm working on what I'm calling it my 5 minutes of change to talk every once in a while. Maybe this just happens to be for me, and maybe this helps somebody out somewhere else out there. See, I just stumble. I've never made a video before, and I've definitely never taken the chance to edit or anything else. I know nothing about this. But I decided that it was time to chronicleize the change in my life. So I read this book yesterday about investing in your future self. And I have always been a person that's not been afraid, or at least the last couple of years, been a person that I've tried not to be afraid of changing. That every day I want to be somebody better than I was yesterday. And I thought, okay, let me chronicleize this and see what I can make of it. And so here we go. Um, so one of the things the books talk about was priorities, and I wanted to think on my priorities of who I am as a person and what is important to me in my life. And so the three priorities that I've set that I want to balance my life and make sure is good for me. Sorry, those feel very crooked. Um, is my family. First off, my family is so important, whether it be my nuclear family of my husband and my kids, or my focus on my family, like my siblings and my parents. They've all been a very important part of my life, and also my friend family. Um, but really focusing on improving the relationships among me, to put down my phone more, put down the world around me a little bit more, and focus on how I can set that. Now, this is never going to be something about my family or about travel or about some of the things that maybe I'm interested in, but this is about daily change. There may be stories or times that I talk about instances in my family, but it's definitely not a thing focusing on family and raising kids and um, any of those trials that I have in my life. That's not what this is for. My second is my focus on myself. Um, I as I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, and I watched other people's kids, and I was always like trying to put some little focus on myself, trying not to let myself just fall apart. And some of my health issues made it seem like I put a lot of emphasis on myself at times, but no, but the real emphasis on my brain, on my body, on my spirit, making sure everything aligns so that I feel wholer and better each day. And being humble enough to understand where I need to make changes. And the third thing is our finances. My husband and I have worked hard, and now both of us are full time employees with good jobs, but we need to just learn how to live within a budget and put away for the future and pay off those debts that we seem to have occurred. And so those are the places I want to improve in my life. And so I started out this just as something to improve. Um, I need to get real. I need to be honest with myself on who I am and not to be too hard on my past self and my present self, but looking and being real on who I want to be in the future. Um, and just that honesty. The last thing, sorry, I've got a list on my corner. I probably should put it up closer. See, I'm new at this. I don't do things great yet. But letting the one huge part of my life is my religious background and my testimony of my Savior Jesus Christ. And so some of this might even be about what I've learned spiritually and how that has helped me grow throughout each day, um, as I feel the Spirit talk to me. And finally, the last bit is I wrote a book a few years ago, and I was afraid. And so it never went anywhere. And so I'm looking back on that book and kind of trying to put those pieces together, maybe starting from square one again, but putting my stories together and starting to put the things that have always been in my brain bouncing around, getting them onto paper. Um, right now, I'm in the process of getting my master's degree in education, but I still haven't lost that hope of one day being an author. And so maybe that will be a part of this journey is of growth, is explaining how my life is changing as I learn to write. And that's my 5-minute mark. So there we go.